Welcome to our webinar, Jotform for Healthcare Providers. The presenters will be myself, Leanne, and my colleague Annabelle from the marketing team. We'll also have from the customer success team, David and Rabia, who will be answering your questions via chat for the duration of this presentation.
So Jotform is the leading online form building platform that supports healthcare organizations with easily creating forms and collecting data. We meet all of the HIPAA regulations, and we also have HIPAA compliant Jotform accounts, which are not only secure, but also offer a wide selection of features and integrations to choose from.
Your sensitive patient data is safe with Jotform. Jotform offers encrypted forms, which is an optional security feature, and also offers HIPAA compliant forms, which are required by law. If you have encrypted forms, this does not mean that you have a HIPAA compliant account. Data in HIPAA compliant accounts are encrypted and will be protected in special HIPAA certified servers and databases. Jotform directly integrates with products that also offer HIPAA compliance, such as Google Drive and Google Sheets. When you have a HIPAA compliant account, you'll only be offered the features, integrations, and widgets that are also HIPAA compliant, so you can rest assured that your whole data collection process will be HIPAA compliant.
Jotform is committed to data security. With our HIPAA compliant accounts, we have admins who are in full control of who can access the submission data. If they'd like, they can also nominate verified sub-users, but ultimately it's up to the admins to take control and to manage all of the data submission that is received. It is so secure that Jotform staff and support members cannot access this data. We also have bank level security, which is the highest level. It's PCI DSS Service Provider Level 1 compliant. And so if you're collecting payments from patients, then you can rest assured knowing that it's going to be safe.
So how much does a HIPAA compliant form solution cost? Feel free to check out Jotform's pricing page, where you can see that HIPAA compliant plans start as low as $39 a month, and they're available both in our silver and our gold plans. Now let's go into the Jotform demo, where we'll be letting you know how to create a new patient registration form on your Jotform account. On the top left corner, click on Create Form. You'll be offered two different layout options. One is our classic form format, which shows all questions on one page. And we also have a second option, which is the Jotform cards format, which lets your users know about the questions one per page. So for this specific demo, let's go with the classic form and click on Create a Form. You can either create a blank form, which is from scratch, or you can use a template. For this demo, let's create it from scratch. Click on Create. On the top left corner, you can see Add Form Element, and when you click on it, you're shown all of the form fields that are available for you to use on your Jotform. Let's drag and drop on name, email, phone, address. And if you scroll down, there's other options to choose from. Let's ask them about their emergency contact. We also want to know their relationship to the patient. And would also like to get their phone number in case of an emergency. You can also drag a long text entry where patients can detail anything that they'd like to discuss with their doctor prior to their appointment, so their doctor comes to the appointment prepared. As you can see, these are all the basic form fields, and there's also a button called Payments. Let's click on that, and then here you can see that Jotform is integrated with over a dozen payment processors to collect payments such as billings online. We also have widgets, which are also known as advanced form fields, and they do everything like pick a date for your next appointment, add a video. All of the advanced powerful options are available here. We can click on settings, and you can see here that Jotform offers conditional logic. That means that when you ask a question, that answer is taken into account and then shows the subsequent questions. There's also email options and integrations. So when you have a HIPAA certified account, all of these integrations would be also HIPAA certified. If you don't have a HIPAA certified account, all of the integrations would appear. You can also customize a thank you page. So now let's check out designing a form. On the top right corner of your screen, you'll see the form designer. You can click on all the different colors, fonts, styles. You can even upload custom images and more. Let's publish this form and see what it looks like. And this form is live and ready to collect information.
Okay, thanks for that demo, Leanne. So that was a popular healthcare form use case. And now we have a list of some other ones that some of our healthcare providers users are using. A patient intake form is very popular because it's so easy to collect patient history and insurance information. So anything you need to onboard a new patient for your practice. Patient feedback forms, which we'll be demoing next, are also very important for learning more about your patient's experience and also helping you to improve your services. Another really big one is patient lead generation. So this is great if you're looking to get more patients through the door. And it's also good. It's a convenient way for prospective patients to contact your office.
Now let's do a second demo for a patient feedback form. We're going to click on Create a Form. So previously in our last demo, we demoed the classic form format where all the questions were on one page. Now let's check out the card form format. We're going to click on Create a Form. As you can see, like the previous demo, you can create a form from scratch, but let's check out the templates. We're going to click on Select Template. So over 10,000 templates are available, and you can segment them by category. Let's click on Healthcare Forms. When you decide on the form template that you like, click on it, and then press Continue. So as you can see, all the form fields are populated for you, and this is all customizable as well. So let's click on Add Form Element and add a few important contact information pieces that you definitely want to collect. As you can see, there's a lot of different options, such as a yes/no question. So a practice might want to ask if this patient would recommend this practice to a friend. We can also check out different feedback things like a survey, like an emoji slider. So when you go to Properties, which is this little wheel on the right-hand side, you can see that there's a lot of different customization options. Perhaps you want it to look like an evaluation slider, text box, drop down, radio button. All of these are highly customizable so you can get the exact look and feel of the form that you want. There's also a star rating if you'd like to collect a really simple visual way of rating your practice. You can add images, custom images, you can upload them. We also have a library available for you. So let's check out what this form looks like when we publish it. Jotform also has the ability to customize a thank you page. If that's something that you'd like to do, you can also redirect back to your website.
Awesome. So now that you've seen a couple of demos about how to use Jotform, we're going to go into 4 tips for creating engaging healthcare forms. Tip number 1, use conditional logic. So conditional logic, as we mentioned in Demo 1, automatically shows or hides questions on a form based on a person's previous answers. So this really improves the customer experience to increase relevance, personalization, and also speed up completion, so your forms are really optimized. So a great example of this is asking the question, do you smoke? So if the patient answers yes, follow-up questions can be, how long have you been smoking? Then another follow-up question could be, are you interested in quitting? The flip side of this is if a patient answers no to the question, do you smoke? And then they can skip all of these subsequent questions and move on to the next one so that they are using their time efficiently and don't have to answer questions that do not pertain to them.
Tip number 2, mobile-friendly forms are key. Research reports that more than 8 in 10 doctors use smartphones for work and 56% use tablets, and these stats are still growing. Jotform is proud to be the first and the only full-featured online form building platform that is 100% mobile-friendly. And that is mobile-friendly both from the user end, the Jotform user can create forms on any device, but also the end user side. So all of your patients can fill out forms, whether on their smartphone, their desktop, their tablet, before, during, or after their visit to your practice. Patients can also confirm appointments and provide feedback on the go.
Tip number 3, deliver a great user experience. In 2018, user experience is everything, and Jotform offers different features that will help enhance this experience for the people filling out your forms. So a big feature that we have is motivational features, and this includes progress bars, an overview mode, and also visually defined sections. Another big one that we showed a little bit earlier in the demo was using widgets. So when you're a patient trying to coordinate an appointment with your provider, it's hard to figure out a good day and time that work. So if you use day pickers and time pickers, then the patient can just easily pick something that works for them. Another great feature that we have that improves user experience is different fonts and color schemes that are fully customizable, so you can make them on brand with your practice, clinic, hospital, whatever it may be, and also very easy to read. All of these combined really make forms so much more convenient and enjoyable for the form respondent.
Tip number 4, make the billing process easy. According to research, approximately 8.2 billion bills, or 56% of all bills, are paid online via a biller, bank, or third-party website. Nobody likes having to pay bills through snail mail, not the practice who would rather get their payments in a timely manner, nor the patients who are endlessly receiving envelopes in the mail, and it's a really inconvenient and physical process when it would usually just take getting out their credit card and paying online or even through their phone. Jotform integrates with top payment providers, including Square, Stripe, PayPal, and more. And because Jotform doesn't take any credit card data, we instead pass on to our integration partners. We offer bank-level security for our online payments.
Jotform is truly the preferred online form solution for healthcare professionals, and this is for a number of reasons. So as we mentioned, our HIPAA compliant plans are extremely affordable, and they're as low as $39 per month. Your data is also secure with Jotform and our HIPAA compliant accounts because your forms are encrypted and all of those data submissions are stored in encrypted databases and encrypted servers. As we've mentioned too, we also have the bank level security for payments as well. Jotform is also the easiest online form builder on the market, and it's fully customizable with integrations and widgets. We have hundreds of templates to choose from for the healthcare industry, and we're the most beautiful design on the market. So your forms can look professional and also be on brand. Lastly, we have 24/7 customer support. So if you come across an issue in the middle of the night or at some odd hour, then reach out and we have your back.
Thanks so much for joining our presentation about healthcare forms. So now let's go into our Q&A session where we'll be answering all of your questions. So let's get started.
Okay, let's see. So the first question, this is from Adam. If my forms are already encrypted, then do I need to transition them to HIPAA compliant forms? Well, Adam, if you're dealing with any type of private patient information, then we highly recommend you use the HIPAA compliant forms because that's required by law. Okay, let's see. Next question. Can I view Jotform's BAA? Of course you can. If you request that, we can send you a copy. Alrighty. Let's see here. Will there be any discounted HIPAA plans? Well, our HIPAA plans are already very affordable at $39 per month, but we do all have discounts for nonprofits, and you can visit that on our nonprofit discount page.
Summer asks, will this session be available for review after this live webinar? Yes, it will be available, and we'll also be emailing it out. Josh asks, can a Jotform HIPAA compliant account have submitted form data stored in the EU similar to regular Jotform accounts? Rabia, how about you answer this one?
Can you please repeat the question because I don't follow it right now?
Sure. Can a Jotform HIPAA compliant account have submitted form data stored in the EU similar to a regular Jotform account?
Yes, of course, but the user needs to go to My Account data section and enable the Europe data center.
Okay, great. Tom asks, do you have a data storage solution for Canada? Rabia, how about you answer that one?
Actually, we don't have databases in Canada. We have databases in US and in Germany right now.
Great. And Rabia, Josh asks, can a current Jotform Gold account be upgraded to be HIPAA compliant? If so, what needs to be done on the Jotform client's end of things?
Yes, the HIPAA accounts are available for silver and gold accounts, and a user in gold plan can upgrade to HIPAA at any time via the data section from My Account.
Okay.
Right. And then once it's completed, they'll also receive a confirmation email which confirms that their account is HIPAA compliant.
Yes, a success email will be sent to the user.
And then we have a question, can I restrict user level permissions and how would this work? So yes, of course, the admin of the account has full control over the user level permissions. They can add sub-users if they'd like, and if they'd like to just keep it to themselves, that also works as well. Another question, will the HIPAA compliant forms be accessible via tablet? The practitioners in my office use an iPad to take notes, so I need to be sure that this function integrates with tablets. Yes, of course, our HIPAA compliant forms are available on all devices.
Rabia, Josh asks, who is the Jotform team lead for HIPAA if I have specific questions I'd like to suggest or discuss that would be most relevant to them?
Actually, we all the developers from different teams work on HIPAA project. So I cannot specify a team lead name or any email address, but the user get contact with us through our support forum. The ticket will be assigned to relevant team because the question will be about a specific subject and it will be assigned to a different team member. So it will be better for them to contact with us through our support forum.
Thanks, Rabia. David, Adam asks, can I provide just one login for all of my employees?
That would depend widely on how you want to share access to that specific account. I mean, it's of course possible to share one login between many people, but that definitely produces some security and privacy issues. The best thing to do would be to use sub-user accounts and manage access from one admin account and give any other accounts access via sub-users.
Great, thanks, David. So David, Olivia asks, how many users can you have on the account?
That would depend on your subscription level. Silver accounts can have up to, I believe, 10 sub-users, while gold accounts can have up to 100.
Cool, great. So Todd asks, your slide mentions popular types of forms. Do you have templates for each of these types? Examples are incident reporting or consent forms. And the answer is yes. When you go to our templates page, our templates gallery, you can either search and type in the specific type of form that you want, and all of those specific types of forms will come up, or you can sift through the healthcare category and find your forms that way.
Mm-hmm. David, another question. How would I set up payments for a payment form?
Payments would be set up in the exact same manner they previously were when using HIPAA compliant forms. You add the appropriate payment processing field to the form, set up the field, and it'll process payments just as it did when before converting to HIPAA compliant forms.
Perfect.
So Kevin asks, if my forms are already encrypted, do I need to transition them to HIPAA compliant forms? And the answer is yes. By law, there are certain legalities around sensitive patient data and the healthcare industry. So if your form is encrypted, that does not mean that it's HIPAA compliant. So you should assess what your individual business situation is, but most likely you will want a HIPAA compliant form, which is regulated by the government.
Next question, can we still integrate our data with other third-party apps, and is it still easy? Yes, so we do have integrations available. They are limited though because they also have to be HIPAA compliant. So once you upgrade your account to HIPAA compliant account, you will be shown all of the integrations and widgets that are also HIPAA compliant, and then you can easily use them in your forms just as you would on a normal form. Right now, we are integrated with Google Sheets and Google Drive.
Rabia, Karina asks, I currently have the gold plan. Is HIPAA compliance automatic on all new forms I create?
No, the user needs to upgrade to HIPAA when they are in gold plan or silver plan. After that, all the forms become HIPAA compliant.
Great. So David, Scott asks, do you have a design team to make forms?
We don't currently offer custom form building, but we do help with any little questions you would have along the way. Just send us a question or whatever questions you have through our support form, whether it be how to set up specific workflows or style something, and we'll be happy to help with whatever you need.
Great. Let's see here.
So Anne asks, what GDPR compliance steps has Jotform taken? So Jotform is GDPR compliant. That was rolled out recently in response, so no worries about that.
Another question, what happens to my existing form data once it is converted into a HIPAA compliant account? So when you add HIPAA to your account, your existing data will be automatically migrated. However, if your data is already encrypted, then Jotform would need your assistance since your encrypted data is not accessible without the encryption key. But yeah, for a normal account with no encryption, it is no problem. It'll just go over automatically.
Rabia, Jessica asks, do you have a key assigned to you with a secure form set with a HIPAA form?
Okay, first of all, secure forms and HIPAA forms are totally different things. All the forms, including HIPAA forms, card forms, and classic form, are secure. But the HIPAA forms means that HIPAA accounts are stored in a separate HIPAA system with its own firewalls and encrypted database. So we can call a form like HIPAA forms if it is created under a HIPAA account.
Great, thank you, Rabia. So Rabia, Chiquita asks, if the forms already created were done prior to upgrading to a HIPAA compliance package, will the original forms have to be recreated?
No, when the user migrates the account to HIPAA, all the forms become HIPAA compliant and there is no need to create form once again.
Rabia, Tyler asks, can users, one moment please. Tyler asks, can users update their recent health information through Jotform? So are they able to go back in and edit any of their information that is submitted through a Jotform?
If we are talking about the end user, currently it is not possible because we do not allow the end user edit the submission. But we are working in a project regarding this. If it is a really must for the users, they can again ask from support forum, and we can send them our solution if it works for their case or not.
Great, thank you. So a user asks, why do I need HIPAA compliant forms? So HIPAA prohibits healthcare providers from releasing patient healthcare information unless the patient has provided a HIPAA release form. So if the patient has not signed a release form, healthcare providers are prohibited from discussing any aspect of a patient's medical information with someone who's not directly involved in the patient's care. So it definitely is a legal issue, and if you run into that territory, you should probably check out HIPAA forms. You can always check out to get more information, and the government website, the U.S. Government Department of Health and Human Services, their website is hhs.gov/HIPAA. So feel free to check out more detailed information there if you have questions about whether your personal practice needs HIPAA or not.
Great. Rabia, Karina just asked, I upgraded to HIPAA compliance on the data section of Jotform and reviewed all of my forms to ensure HIPAA compliance, but the upgrade to HIPAA compliance button is still there after I clicked review. Do I have to create a new password every time?
Actually, she does not need to create new password every time. It will be better if she get contact with our support forum, because when she click to upgrade HIPAA, the account should be converted to the HIPAA automatically.
Okay, thank you.
We have a question here about if we have a picture widget that is HIPAA compliant in order to attach pictures to forms. David, do you have any thoughts on that?
I believe the regular file upload field should be available for HIPAA compliant forms. If there is a specific widget like the take photo widget or something like that that isn't working, it might be something that is added in the future, but the regular file upload field should work for now.
Perfect.
Very awesome. So another question we have is, who maintains Jotform's HIPAA security standards? Jotform has a dedicated DevOps team, so we're constantly reviewing it and making sure everything is in compliance. So we also have another question. I just upgraded to the silver package from the free version. What do I need to do beyond the upgrade to ensure HIPAA compliance and get this signed BAA? So when you have a silver or gold plan, you can choose to upgrade to HIPAA compliance. There's a button on the landing page, and then you have to convert your account to HIPAA directly through the My Account data page. So once you complete those steps, you'll see the download link of the original BAA. And you'll also get an email when it becomes HIPAA compliant, so you know about this every step of the way.
Okay. Rabia, question from Kevin: Is Jotform HIPAA data that is collected available to end users via email link or only via login?
If we are talking about the notification, yes, the recipient of the notification can view the submission data, but the admin account needs to give submission permission to the recipient of the notification. But if we are talking about the autoresponder feature, unfortunately, HIPAA forms does not support autoresponder feature for now.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us in today's webinar. It looks like we are about out of time. If you have any additional questions, or if you weren't able to get to your question today, please email our support team at support@jotform.com. Thank you so much again, and have a great rest of your day.